Luxury hatchbacks do not sell in America. With the history of poor sales, it's no surprise that premium vehicles with a liftgate like the BMW 1 Series hatchback or the Mercedes-Benz B-Class never made it to our shores. Maybe, just maybe, manufacturers were making the wrong car from the start. I think they should have been making something more like this, the Audi S7. Since the A7 only comes available with a 6-cylinder engine, Audi has created the S7 to better take on the Mercedes-Benz CLS 550 and BMW 650i Gran Coupe. Like its two German rivals, the S7 features a turbocharged V8. The 4-liter unit produces 420 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. It sends power to all four wheels through a 7-speed automatic transmission. The V8 uses cylinder-on-demand technology to save fuel, which gives the S7 an official consumption rating of 17 miles per gallon city and 27 miles per gallon highway. After a week of driving, the vehicle achieved an average of 18.6 miles per gallon. The S7 starts at a price of $78,800, but after adding options like the Innovation Package, 20-inch wheels, LED headlights, and destination charges, our tester came in at $94,570. It may not seem possible to make the A7 look any sexier, but Audi has done it. For the S7, they have given it a new front end with a larger grille, new side sills, aluminum mirrors, a new rear end, and of course, like any good S-car, 4 exhaust pipes. But the most obvious change, and arguably the best, are these optional massive 20-inch wheels. They're wrapped in 265/35 summer rubber and just set the whole car off. Inside, the S7 plays the part of a $100,000 car very well. The seats are finished in this nice quilted white leather that may look great but could be hard to keep clean. The dashboard features real carbon fiber and all the switchgear feel premium and high quality. You really get the sense in here that this is something special. But Audi takes things one step further. Opt for the nearly $6,000 audio upgrade, and the tweeters become motorized and pop out of the dash whenever the radio's turned on. If that's not enough electronic wizardry, the infotainment screen also pops out of the dash every time you turn on this vehicle. It may seem over the top, but in a vehicle like this, that's what you want. For all the electronic gadgets and technology built into this car, the S7 may be the only vehicle I've tested this year that does not feature a touchscreen. Instead, use Audi's usual dial and button combo down here on the center console. The S7 is a rocket. Despite weighing nearly 4,500 pounds, this car will go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. With that much power, corners come up quickly, but not to worry, the S7 just laughs it off. With the wide summer tires and active rear differential, you just point this car at a corner, hit the gas, and let it do the rest. But not all is great behind the wheel of the S7. There's massive delay in throttle response, and when it does wake up, it feels like all 420 horsepower are there ready to go. It launches you into the stratosphere. Now this is great for spirited driving, but if you're taking your family to the mall, they won't appreciate the herky-jerky driving situations. Even when in comfort mode, the transmission will still hunt for gears and at times engages them less than smoothly. As well, I wish the engine made a little more noise. Now I know this isn't a sports car, but it is a sporty version of the car. And despite there being a setting that allows for more engine noise, when you turn it on, there's such a marginal increase you don't even notice. Although it doesn't sell in great numbers, the A7 did outsell its main pricier competitor, the Mercedes-Benz CLS last year, and that was without the S7 being available. This year, same story. The A7 S7 combo are once again outselling the CLS and the BMW 6 Series. So it is possible to have sales success with a luxury hatchback in the US, especially when it looks this good, feels this special, and drives this fast.
Performance cars are flocking to forced induction as a safe haven to maintain fuel economy while keeping output, and Audi is no different, except for one key exception: the car behind me. As you may already know, its RS badging stands for Rennsport. Translated through, that means racing sport. Built on technology learned on the racetrack, where better to put the Audi RS5 through its paces? The RS5 is powered by a 4.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. That's right, that means there are no turbochargers or superchargers under the hood. What that does give you is 450 horsepower, 317 foot-pounds of torque, all put through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, and of course, Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive. Not only that, but this car will launch you to 60 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds. Arguably one of the best looking German coupes on the market, I don't have to tell you that the RS5 is absolutely gorgeous. But let's take a look at a few of the things that make it that way. First of all, it's about an inch lower than the S5. Right now, we have a model with optional 20-inch wheels that are even bigger and more imposing than the 19s that come standard. Also, inside of those wheels, we have carbon ceramic brakes. Apart from that, going around to the rear, there's an automatically raising spoiler, and how can you miss those gorgeous giant exhaust pipes? As much as the RS5 has special exterior touches to set it apart from its less exciting siblings, the cabin is surprisingly similar to the S5. Highlights include carbon fiber inlays, aluminum accents, and of course, the high-quality leather materials that you've no doubt come to expect from Audi products. In this case, the sport seats come with RS5 badging. And how can I not point out this thick-rimmed, flat-bottom sports steering wheel? There's also the Audi MMI system, within which you can access custom driving modes. Those modes will allow you to control steering feel, shift times, throttle response, and finally, unique settings for the sport differential, which, while optional on the S5, is standard equipment on this car. Obviously, the first thing you're going to notice about the RS5 is how quickly it gets up to speed. But as soon as you step on the throttle, you're also going to hear the engine roar. And how can you not absolutely fall in love with that? Honestly, one of the things about that engine roar is just something you don't get in a turbocharged engine. Audi equips the RS5 with a special version of Quattro all-wheel drive, and one of the most notable features with that special version is how it'll divert 85% of the power to the rear wheels. That's going to let the car rotate at a much faster rate than you'd expect with an all-wheel drive vehicle. And it's remarkable how the Quattro system will let you spin the tail end out just a little bit before the all-wheel drive kicks in and helps you pull through the corner with all that car's power. Our test car is also equipped with the optional carbon ceramic brakes, which you need because it's important to remember that this car weighs more than 4,000 pounds. And while its handling is more than capable, you feel it in the braking zones as the weight of the car tries to push you forward. Not only that, but with a red line above 8,000 RPM, you have tons of room to play on the track. We've got the car set in dynamic mode right now, and like I said earlier, that changes a lot of the settings. Most notably here on the track, you also get a much stiffer steering response. That's exactly what you want and what you need for performance driving. With a starting price of $68,900 before delivery, you get this stunning exterior, a luxury cabin, and the prestige that comes with owning a member of Audi's performance family. This car is unbelievably fun to drive. Oh, and it's also worth mentioning that we posted a lap time on par at our test track with the ZL1 Camaro, a car with an extra 130 horsepower. And if you're still not sold, consider this. There's a good chance this will be the last time that Audi offers its 4.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 in one of its RS performance cars. And trust me, Not driving this is something you'll regret.
For more on this review and others like it, visit autoguide.com.
With how impressed I am with the Audi RS5, what I really want to do is pit it against this, the BMW M6, a six-figure, 560 horsepower luxury coupe. Unfortunately, BMW wouldn't let us take their ultimate driving machine out on the track.